What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ESL Weekly Cup number 7. I'm Sireph, and this is Jebro. We're gonna give you some gems. Because before we took a break, we had a link that you guys could tweet. Then yeah, you could click it, you tweet, we give you some gems and stuff. So I'm looking at the people who tweeted. There's a lot of you guys, which means that our little community is growing, which is freaking awesome. And the winner of today's gems is Keen Dolphin. Keen Dolphin, you have just won some gem codes. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and drop some in your face right about now.
Did you see?
What? What?
Absolutely nothing. I'm really got the worst mind in the world. Basically, that is an awesome name. Congratulations, sir. I don't know what else to say.
Congratulations to Mr. Keen Dolphin. Because
Keen Dolphin.
He's living up to his name. He's quite keen, if I do say so myself, because he just won himself some gems in a very easy way, and you could win some too. I'm gonna give some away at the end of the stream here. Of course, for those of you guys watching on YouTube in the VOD, to win some gems, all you gotta do is like, comment, and subscribe, and then you're enter. It's all free. It's free money. So
Yeah,
you could
it is free money.
You could use you could buy one of those new armor things that came out recently.
Oh, they're so good.
What?
They're
Gems?
really good.
Gems or armor? I think both are pretty good.
Everything is good. Right now, everything's good.
Everything's
I've
good.
eaten, I've got coffee. I had coffee, it's just gone in that break, which is what breaks are for, really. Coffee. That's why you have coffee break. And not Diet Coke break, because I'm not a chick. We're looking at a guy on the building site.
Diet Coke is lame. They're what? Oh, drinking water.
Do the water. It's okay. Save your
Water's
breath.
great.
You need
Hot
some
water
honey.
is amazing.
Get yourself some.
You know what I should do is I should actually raise some bees in my dorm room in college, and just get my own honey, because that would be the way to kind of like save my own throat here. So yeah, guys, of course, if you are interested in
That was random.
What? It's not random, dude. I really want some honey right now.
Whoever raises bees in the next 1 hour will be the next winner of our
Yeah, if you could just like send some bees to me, I will definitely pay you back in gems. Hold on, I'm just updating the overlay real fast. So we're gonna be seeing, guys. We're not gonna be seeing War Bears versus Cheese Mode. We are gonna be seeing Denial versus 55 HP Monks, formerly known as Shad, or Who Gets Carried Hard, a very dominant force in the ESL games. Recently, they have won a lot of them, like a lot. Let me just switch to the overlay again. So we're gonna be taking it to the semifinals in just a little bit. If you can excuse looking at my face for a second. Actually, you know, let's just pop on over to game while I update these things. Yeah, that should Denials is there, but it should not be toilet paper. It should be 55 HP monks, plural. So, man, did you ever play Guild Wars 1?
I actually didn't. I'm very sad to say.
Really?
Kind of gutted. I think I ran into it once and saw that there was a lot of trading post stuff and didn't really muck around anymore. I'm a bit gutted. I've always been into PvP and whatnot, so I've always been like, you know, other games and stuff doing like structured PvP in the same kind of sense, but this is just another level, you know.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. Guild Wars 1 PvP gets a really good rep because it was awesome. There's a lot of things about it that were really, really great. It wasn't really just TP based. Like there's no, or rather, a trading post or based or whatever. It was very, very balanced. As soon as you went, just like in Guild Wars 2, pretty much as soon as you went into to PvP, everything was balanced, automatically max level, etc., etc. And it was a great time. And there was a build in Guild Wars 1, not necessarily in PvP, although I bet people did play a lot. You know, the 55 HP monks, people would use it in a lot of things, just because like they had skills that would allow them to take only like a max. Like, for example, there's wow, man, I really wish I could remember the specific name of this Guild Wars 1 skill, but basically its effect was that you could only take damage that was like 10% of your health or whatever, and so they would lower their health like down to 55 using like runes that lowered your health by a lot, and then you'd get these like ridiculously low health monks or whatever that would be able to take tons of damage because they just didn't take anything. So like that is the name or the moniker of the 55 HP monks. And guys up in Twitch, what is up? We are about to start this game once these guys are ready. And again, we're up against Denial versus Who Gets Carried Hard. Let's actually go into these builds here for Who Gets Carried Hard. For 55 HP monks. Sorry guys. We start with Misha. Misha's pretty interesting. Running 6 of the runes of the Lissa, running Greatsword and Staff with the Berserker's Amulet, Berserker's Jewel, running 20-20-0-0-30. I think it's pretty much almost the same thing as Helsith, if not exactly the same. Then we have Aldemiri, Warrior, running 6 runes of the Lissa, Hammer, Bow, Soldier Zerkers with 0-10-30-0-30. We have Shad running 6 runes of Melandru, running Axe Torch, Torch Offhand, not as common in Europe as it is in NA, with the Sword Warhorn as well as the Settlers in the Amulet position, 10-0-30-30-0. Then we have Milo, Guardian, running 6 runes of Soldier, Staff, Mace, Focus with the Clerics, 0-5-30-35, and then we got Squares, Warrior again, Hammer Longbow, 6 runes of Lissa, Soldier Zerkers with 0-10-30-0-30. So, knowing what we saw with the 3 Warrior stuff, the 3 Warrior setup from Toilet Paper, the question is, will the addition of a Mesmer and the swapping out of a Warrior be effective for this team?
I kind of keep losing you on there. I think I got what you just said. Hold on to your I don't know, but we're going to watch the splits now. I'm not sure exactly what you said. I'm not sure if there's a tiny connection issue.
It is all right. Dude,
I'm sorry.
It's really just the question is they don't have 3 Warriors like Toilet Papers did. They have that extra Mesmer.
No, you're right.
So like,
really
what will that mean for these teams? We're gonna see over on mid backplay, which is something that not as common most of the time when we see a lot of beach play. They're gonna see Fluid coming up here. You're gonna deal with Misha as well on the opposite rampart of that. Tage is the only one from Denial actually on the point. Everyone else is coming up here, but here comes Denshi, or actually Steve, as he's decided to be known right now.
He's not Steve.
Yep, I think that's your fault actually. So Steve is going in on the point.
He loves Steve.
Yeah, man, he's gonna go ahead and just start longbowing away as that Warrior build going in immediately. I think he's trying to chase down Squares as well, doing some extra damage on the spirits before just causing them to die and not be effective for very long. Shad drops down the lower level. I think that was Helseth that came by to drop that portal. No, that wasn't Helseth. That was must have been Misha's portal over there as well. But where is Misha right now? Misha is actually running around to Henge, chasing down Helseth. So it's really interesting to see. Yeah, well, hold on. Let's go ahead. Let's actually figure out whose portal that was. And I can't because the actual cooldowns are down on him, so it doesn't matter anymore. So Shad on midpoint drops, and then gets immediately back up. Great res there from the side of 55 HP monks. Now there's a lot of pressure going in, but we're gonna see Misha going in on mine now, and they're gonna take away Denial's only capture point, and they're gonna start taking a lead. It's 45-40 though, in the favor of Denial right now.
Yeah, I mean they're doing really. They're actually doing. It's pretty bloody even at the moment. I mean, Blue they've recapped Henge and they've got to 2 out points at the moment. Red have got mid, and Tage isn't going to be in those fights at the moment with his team, as there seems to be quite a fight which is going to be developing on mine now. As like 2 or 3 people from each team now. Oh.
Nope.
Vanish just came in there. That was quite nice, but he just using that stuff.
Second. And, Denshi, let's see what Denshi's up to. He is chasing down Misha, not giving him any respite in this fight, man. Dropping the fire field as well. He's like, nah, you're out, buddy. You are not coming back into this point just yet. Gonna kill him right there and condition him down. So it looks like Squares is now the only one left here. I think he's trying to res Milo, but oh my god, gets dropped. Oh, there's Aldemiri also in this fight, but not going to be as effective as he would like to be, as there's just so much force here from Denial on mine. They are trying to send Shad up here to continue this defense, but I think it might just be a matter of time until Denial starts taking this team fight, because Squares does drop immediately there. These guys are taking damage from the pets as well, and it looks like Fluid is getting some shots in on pretty much everyone here. It's just Squares. Okay, Squares is like, he's going to Vengeance up. That's probably a better decision to get some extra work done. Just keep them from capping this point as long as possible.
Yeah. They just got the Ranger down. It just did get Shad down just off the point there. It wasn't the best place to die, unfortunately. Squares is trying to res him because he's still in. Oh, he just got him up as well. Oh, that was a nice
Misha coming with the portal. Great play there from the... We're not seeing as, like... We're seeing the mobility play come in here, and they are going to start going towards mid, which is great, but it's just, will they be cut off by Vanish? So there's Wronger dropping as well. Aldemiri trying to get the rest immediately, will get it off. Denshi dropping some fire fields.
So that was Misha.
Yeah, man.
Complete save. I didn't even notice that illusion of life. Sorry, that was my bad. I thought Squares had just popped him up. I must have a bit of lag. That was awesome. Awesome. Misha, it was
a really good play to get him out of the action, but unfortunately for him, the action was right on his butt. And look, he just dropped him immediately. Look, Vanish just dropped him again. Ultimately trying to get in there, as well as Milo. Neither of them have, Milo doesn't even have the Resolute Healer trait for that knockback, but he doesn't need it. Wronger just gets back immediately. They're doing a great job of getting their teammates up here, and we will see that, there is a portal around here for the exit to be dropped. We'll have to see if that comes into play or not going forward. But Vanish, check it out, man. He's very low. Just now getting out of combat, just now getting those up, and they're actually, look at the scores, man, 167 to 166, and Denial doesn't have a single point.
I know, man, it is extremely close. Look, Blue, I actually got both outer points and the mid. I don't know if Red, maybe, I mean, as an example, look, I mean, that portal play was quality. I've been sitting on Shad this whole time. He's just had player after player after player on him. He's had two versus ones, 3 versus ones, in various places. He is all right. Spirit is really quite powerful. We know that, but he's playing it very well, because you can just leave all your cooldowns up. Like, he's using the cool lightning and different things on his spirits. He's actually using these things. He's actually calling his pets when he needs to. He's not wasting his elite and stuff like that. He's playing it like he knows how to play this spec. So there's a difference between just playing a meta spec, which is just overpowered, and then playing it well. And he is doing that.
That is absolutely correct. Vanish is going in on Squares right now, though, Jeb. Over here on mine. And Squares has been, at roughly 2k health in the last 30 seconds. Dropped immediately. Milo's coming in for the res. He'll actually get it, which is pretty ridiculous. He comes back up with so many boons, then drops Vanish. He's going to go for the stomp and will not get it. Vanish is going to warp away last second. Shadow Step utility is very strong with that. And Milo's going to drop some symbols on him. DPS him down with some swiftness symbol. And Squares is going to chase down Fluid now. Fluid gets locked up with the warrior skills, and he's going to be dropped as well. Misha dropping and shattering his illusions on him with that extra damage. Really powerful stuff coming out from the side of 55 HP monks in this game 1. They're even sending Misha to portal decap on Henge, and now they will get that. So there is, and Helseth, if you saw that in the top right corner of your screen right there, Helseth is getting it, portaling back and going in on Misha as well. I want to watch this from Misha's perspective as we see Helseth say, I am the more dominant. Actually, no, here comes Vanish as well. So it's no longer a 1v1, but wow, immediately dropping Misha. Gonna dominate him, saying I am the lord of the Mesmer spec here, man.
Yeah, I am the lord. I am the lord, exactly. I mean, this is good. This is so good. I think this is like the kind of, at the moment, in terms of ESL language, we're talking about at the moment, this is kind of the new school teaching the old school.
Yeah, man. If Helseth was casting with us right now, he would say that's the difference between kings and peasants. That's, I guess, his tagline.
What did he say, sorry?
That's his tagline. There's a difference between kings and peasants, or peasants and kings, or whatever. But he's running over to mine right now. Gonna try and get some decap action off, but we will see Misha dropping him down. Maybe he'll get he gets to return the favor. He's just gonna go ahead and let him sit there. Look at that. Great stuff of mine. Tage and Fluid with Denchi supporting are trying to go in and get some action in on mid here, man. Milo and Aldemiri and also Squares giving them a run for their money though. Great stuff coming in here. Helseth still down. I don't know if he's gonna. Yeah, Misha's just gonna play with him for a little bit. Gonna stealth stomp him finally. He will get back up. What was that?
Helseth got up there from the thief.
Oh, I didn't even see Vanish was there.
No, he was there, but he kept stealthing.
Yeah.
Misha could have probably finished him at some point, maybe playing around a bit, but he did actually keep 2 people at bay. All right, Helseth's back up, but he did actually keep 2 people out of the other fights, and they've actually managed to get not a bigger lead, but they've got like another 10 points on them lead.
Yeah, man.
Blue need to probably just make sure they keep their close point rather than backing away from it. Still got the 2 bosses up as well, mate.
Checking out what's going on in mid, though, we will see Aldemiri will get stomped out. Fluid and company able to get that kill. Now they have to deal with Squares and Milo. And, of course, those guys, they're going to have a little bit of survivability, but, 3v2ing against these guys is going to be easier said than done. I think Squares realizes this. He's going to be able to run away and gets out. Will he be chased down, though, is the question by Denchi. Will Denchi be able to get him down, or will Squares get Denchi down? That's easier called than actually, seen here right now. But Denchi pulling out that longbow, chasing Squares down, and they're using this to their advantage here. They're gonna keep Fluid on mid. Milo, though, is just eating everything. And if we look over here on mine, Denial's having a little bit of trouble getting another point here. If we look at the capture rate here, 1 point to 55 HP Monks with 330 points total, 259 for Denial with 0 to their name.
I don't know what's happening differently. They're not. The thing is Blue don't have the same comp that Denial faced in the last match, and it's more mobility wise. They've got more mobility. They've got more of they've got a better team comp. Right, they're down. It's just one warrior actually different. So I'm not sure what the actual big issue is with the way they're playing. I think a lot of it has got to do with Blue are actually keeping their close point and they're keeping someone at it. It's like Misha is moving away from it now. Not sure whether it's going to go to mid, but they're keeping their close point and someone's watching it. Look, the Rangers just respawn. He's having a look. It's okay. They know where people are on the map. I think Blue have just got that. They've got that communication over Denial at the moment. That's what it feels like.
But at the same time, we are seeing pretty much they always have someone down there. Denial is getting the kills that gets them, keeps them in this game right now.
Yeah.
They finally get mine. Looks like Helseth is chasing down Squares. We're watching Aldemiri get killed as well. Misha's gonna pull off and try to go mine as well. He sees Helseth. He's gonna call the target. Gonna get in on him as soon as possible. Will he be able to get him down? Though is the question. And so Squares is already on point. Helseth is gonna be 2v1. Oh no! Look at the mini map. There's gonna be everyone converging here, with the exception of very few. And it looks like Misha's gonna go in on pretty much everyone here. The teleport does drop. Helseth immediately goes away, and he's gonna come back into that fight after teleporting to beach for a second. And so this fight will continue over here on mine. Tage dropping everything as well as Milo. Guardian on Guardian going in, and Denchi's gonna go ahead and drop Misha immediately. They're gonna try and get the kill, try and get the DPS down as well, and Tage's gonna drop Misha into the dead state, not just the down state. Squares gonna go in as well. Looks like he's gonna try and train down Helseth, get as much damage as he can, and here comes Shad as well to drop some spirits and get some team support in on this fight.
But this fight over at mine, I mean, you're right, you did right. I mean, Ivanish just did go down there, see if he's actually going to get the down in this kind of.
Dude, look at this. So
just gone for the Denial
is getting all of
the
kills they need. They've got it's Fluid, but Shad's gonna die. He's gonna drop. Spirit of Nature Renewal will get him up just in time for him to get killed again by Denchi and Vanish, and he's gonna get dropped. There's no more of that left. If Misha drops the illusion, he can get him up, no problem. I'm not sure if he has that off cooldown, but dude, the respawn rate, the amount of time that they have been spent dead is pretty staggering, and Denial is just getting these kills and coming back. They need to get this point though. Misha is gonna be able to well, he's still in the down state, waiting on Denchi to get him to stomp through, and then here comes Milo to keep this point neutered. This is pretty ridiculous. It's over on Chieftain though. We do have Aldemiri dropping some points off on him, getting some damage done, and Aldemiri is going to take this Chieftain kill and just secure an additional lead for the side of 55 HP Monks. Now that's
Rangers just moving into Henge though
yeah,
now.
Fluid's going to try and get some neutering off, some neutralization off on Henge there, and Chad's going to just run by because at this point they don't even need it. But we will see that the cycling of people is going to be towards mine and towards mid now. They're going to try and put some aggression, but look at the point rates. It's only mid for the side of Denial. They can start coming back. It's only a 50-point lead. But you know, if the second someone decides to get spawner, the second someone decides to cycle incorrectly, that could be the linchpin in the game here. We're going to see that portal play go down. And they will drop Milo, they will drop Misha out of that fight, heal up, knowing that Milo was just illusion, res him up immediately, and head back into that fight.
They were hammering too much on mine. They were just, like you said, they were feeding them the kills. 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, bang. We're going to push out when we wipe them.
Look at
they were eventually going to win that fight. And you know what the best move of that whole fight was the Ranger moving from mid to Henge just as the Warrior was going for that boss kill. Because that was a big mistake from the Warrior. They had a comfortable lead and they would have kept it if he hadn't left that point. So that's the kind of thing they need to think about, especially when Red now getting another boost with the stats. They're getting that boss kill.
Oh, they got that boss.
Bloody close.
It is within like 3 points right now, and even it's just gonna come down to kills at this last minute and 30 seconds left. They have secured their mine point. Misha is in a lot of trouble, being chased down by Helseth and by Vanish. The second he shadow steps into him, they can chunk him down. He is down right now. They can come back and take the lead with his 1 kill if they decide to get it. And of course, at the same time, there's a fight over at mine. Misha not gonna get. There it is. Misha dying immediately. Milo is on the midpoint though. He's trying to deal with Fluid. He's trying to deal with everyone else here, and it looks like he is going to take a 2v1. But no, here comes up Tage to help his teammate, man. And this is so nail-bitingly close. 2 points, 55 seconds left, and Denial is just cleaning up people on the beach. Shad's going to get killed, and there it is. Denial taking game 1. 501 points to 494.
I'm standing up, man. I was standing up just then.
Oh man, that would be. Oh jeez, I need a little
blue screw. They fed them. They fed them too much. They screwed up their lead by feeding them kills. That was essentially what won Red the match. They were feeding them points. Even though they were contested, you know, they kept running in. It's like you get 1 point every 2 seconds, and it's like, you know what, we're just gonna get 5 points every 5 seconds, and that's gonna give us more points than keeping a point. So you know what, we're just going to keep sitting there and we're just going to keep getting the kills. You know, you need to weigh out these situations. It's not working, then move, like hit mid, do something else, because they really came back there. They had an 80-point lead, and I think they had that lead when they still had no points capped on the map, and I think they came back pretty much by kills, if I'm mistaken. I'm not sure.
They stayed in the game definitely through kills, and it was through those kills they also ended up getting just back into the caps, like the position where they held the capture points is also through the kills. Great stuff though from game 1. Such a close game, man.
Every single match, like we've had 4 matches now?
No,
4 games. Literally
4 games, like 1 match.
Yeah. 4 games, every single game. What's happening?
The skill level of these players, it was destined to happen in true Pavlovian feedback mode. You know, you knock them down enough, they eventually deal with it. And these guys, man, they're just going so hard towards each other. They want to win so badly.
I love it. I'm excited for this match, man. I'm so excited because this is going to be, you know, this is different. This is where a team, like, it can go anyway. And Blue, I know before they've potentially gone for a Lord kill before, which, you know what, last week, I believe it was 55 HP Monks. They were in the final at this point against Cheesemode. And it was very much like the last match that we had in FOFA, where the points, you know, they were ticking down, and we didn't have enough time for the map to play out. And who gets carried hard? 55. They actually went for the Lord kill, and they did get it. I'm pretty sure it was them. It's quite firmly in my memory. Either that, or it's very damn. It was so good. Like, these guys have got so much better over the last 3 or 4 weeks playing guys like Cheese Mode and stuff, and they've been practicing. I've seen them. They're doing so well. Like, this team is coming up, and they're giving Denial, and they've given these older teams, you know what? They're here and they're going to give him a good run for their money, and I'm excited to see what these guys bring in the future, man.
Me
Tell
too.
ya.
I want to see these guys every damn
Every
week.
week.
Every damn week.
I want to see them every day. Let's get well, I do actually.
Really? You want to see every day, buddy?
Man.
I
Don't
mind.
know.
I wouldn't blame you, man. Hell.
They're good. They're so exciting. I mean, there's what is it? Misha. He's just those portal plays are just so good. I don't think I've seen a Mesmer use portal plays like Misha in a long time, and that's a big comment to make. But Misha, really underrated Mesmer in my opinion in this game. Just solid, you know. Shad playing Ranger, just solid. Squares solid, Melee solid, out solid team.
Yeah, man. So we're checking out the splits now. We're going to see Misha and company. They may be a little aggressive here. They're going to send Milo. They may send Milo fight. That's interesting. But Helseth is running his trademark aggression. This is something that I see him do a lot. He'll invis and then run right into the point there, drop a portal, maybe come back in mid. Just basically, it's very situational depending on who needs him and when. Look at him, he's actually running. What is he doing? He's running right past. He's just sitting here. I think he's waiting to see if he doesn't realize. Are you on Helseth right now? Do you see this?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I think he's gonna wait to see if Squares will just forget about him. Oh, he's trying to shoot him through the rocks, and he'll get him through, like, for most of it. And it's going to go really aggressive. If we look at the other points, though, just to get a handle on things, rather. Tage is going. Tage and Steve are going up against on Quarry against Aldemiri and Misha, and we look at the mid. Helseth is sort of rotated here with Vanish and Fluid. They've killed Chad already, and they're gonna go. I think Milo might be next. He's dropping down very fast. Vanish going immediately in on him. Look at those shots going in on him. He's gonna take so much damage, and he doesn't have the heal anymore. It's about 19 seconds, 18 now until he can heal up again. Then he gets dropped by Vanish, and there it is. Fluid can go in for the stomp. He'll get illusioned up by Misha. Misha might get dropped soon as well. He's gonna get they're both very, very low, and of course it's just a matter of time until Milo drops again, and he needs to get. They need a kill right now to get Milo up for good.
Man, Helseth really did well to get Squares off the point. He really baited him off. Like he's moved back now. He decapped. He did what he needed to do to stop. You know, they've pulled. What, 8 points back? It's only 21 to 15.
Oh my god, dude, look at mid right now. Everyone from the side of 55 HP Monk is just dying. They got Milo off from the illusion. They killed Misha, and they killed Aldemiri over on Quarry. That's Denshi taking the credit for that kill and going straight back into mid. So they're gonna look at the points. They came back like immediately. Now they're up because they've killed Shad as well. These kills are ridiculous from the side of Helseth's team denial.
Melo's gonna jump in mid. I'm pretty sure he's going to jump in the mid to stop that cap, right? This is what Blade did last week. They stopped the cap on the midpoint. They were contesting it. But the problem is, they were, like you said as well, they were just getting killed all the time. But look, you see Misha now is moving to Quarry. He's going to get that point. So he's going to decap now. Whether or not he'll just cap as well, he needs to really to get that point. So you see Helseth, like you said before, he's being really offensive. Squares is going to go down very soon, and Shad's just coming in to pop some boonage up on Squares.
Dude,
Squares is probably going to
one
live.
hit on Squares. If he shadow steps and steals something off Squares and uses it immediately, he will drop. He's at like 4k health. Helseth going in. Wow, more shots. Very Mesmer, much skill. Wow, going in on him on Squares right now. Let's check out what the fights over on Milo in the mid though. As Misha looked like he was about to drop for a second, coming back in. That must have been an illusion. My bad calling that one. But you know they're doing a great job on mid. It's 55 HP Monks now with the only capture point. They're back in the lead.
Yeah, you know what? Denial going to come back with a kill on Squares. It looks like as he's gone down over at Waterfall. I'm not sure who's going to down him. He's not really doing. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. But Shad's getting all the focus and he's down as well. I don't know if he had his spirit res. I don't think so.
Shad is just gonna get killed here by Helseth as well, but Helseth is extremely low, and if anyone comes over and hits him, like, or just like breathes on him, he might die. It looks like you're gonna send Vanish over to mid as well to keep that aggression, but it's gonna be Denial coming up with the only capture point very soon. Tage and Milo just kind of having a Mexican standoff right now. Look at the symbol dropping down. There comes Vanish going in on Milo, immediately taking some damage on him. He drops Line of Warding, rolls over to try and get out of Vanish's way, but Vanish just shoots him and shadow steps to him as well. We check over his quarry. That's Denshi taking out Misha again, so they'll get the 2-cap. Now it's 70-65. Denial with an early lead right now. Milo getting dropped as well. And again, it's these kills, man. These kills are literally sealing this deal for them. Tage now warping over to Waterfall, realizing that this is where they need to like keep their aggression, but there's just too much here. There's Shad, there's Squares as well, and you know Tage can stay alive for quite some time, but they kind of want to. I think they should rather have him on mid and deal with someone like Misha, who's going to take Quarry right now.
Red team got a capture point.
I mean, Denial have got the 2-point cap at the moment. Blue need to, you know, they're just feeding people into the points when they need to keep them contested. So all points are contested again. They need to make sure they're keeping one person on. I'm going to call it now at 10 minutes, and we're only 120 points with the leader. Hitting it is going to be 350 around, like 2 or 3 minutes to go. So I'm going to call Lord already.
You're calling Lord already, man. All right. You'll owe me 20 Quidditch if you're wrong.
20 Quidditch.
So I'm watching House. These guys just like sitting there. 20 Quidditch.
I would love 20 Quidditch. That would be awesome.
Anyway, Tage going in on Shad over here, Waterfall. Looks like Fluid is having a little bit of trouble because he's down and Messi Square's trying to get him off. Shad is actually very low, and if Fluid gets immediately up from there as well. They're going to try and kill Shad right now. It's just a matter of time until they get it, then the Spirit will not get him through, and there it is. Spirits are gone. Now it's just Squares on this Waterfall point, but here comes Aldemiri as well to deal with this. Denshi coming in to do some work. Let's check out what everyone else is, though, and that would be Quarry, where Helseth has just dropped Milo, and he's going to Shadow Stomp, and just Warp Stomp, Teleport Stomp onto his face, and they're going to 3-cap momentarily if they get this Waterfall point, dude.
You know, they're pulling these points away too much now. So if Red pull any more further ahead, even the Lord kill ain't going to save Blue. So they really need to pull their finger out now and get some bloody caps. They need to move over. They need to conquer from the far, in my opinion. They need to regroup.
And there's Denshi dropping out another guy, and Tage just killing it. It's these kills, man. It's 100% these kills with just the fact they also have these capture points. But I was about to say it's very close, and what I meant was it's very close to not being a total stomp. If Shad, if 55 HP monks can come together, and so they're respawning right now. They need to actually work as a team instead of splitting up, because right now they have one guy on Quarry and 2 on Waterfall. They need to put in a concerted effort and a big wave of aggression on a certain point, and I think that might be mid that they should go for.
I don't know, because at the moment the thing is, if they push mid, then they could be able to support easy from the sides. But it looks like most of the time it's probably mid is probably the best place, just because they seem to all be hanging around.
There's Shad, and Shad's just getting stomped up by Helseth right now. They can't compete with the kills, man. It's just they don't have the output of damage. They don't have the sustainability that for some reason these guys have, and also the fact that they're just not getting hit very much as well. Denshi just doing work on Squares, doing tons and tons of damage, and he's gonna come in. Just look at him. He's about 7.8 health, and he's got nothing to worry about. He is fine.
Oh, this is such an epic fight. Oh, look, Sleep, she just went down on the point there. He's getting raised. Oh, Art as well. Oh, both wrists!
And he gets up. See, I told you, he's got nothing to worry about. Look at the health bars right now, guys. Just compare the health bars of the teams. Milo just healed. Squares has the ability to heal. Misha dropped. Aldemiri is low. These guys, they're not able to just sustain themselves in these fights. You look at Helseth, it's understandable because he's a Mesmer, squishy, and also 1v1ing right now. If you look at Tage, he'll be just fine in 2 seconds. These guys can stay alive forever.
The longer they do what they're doing on Waterfall, the less chance they've got. At the moment, if they get a Lord kill, they're not going to be able to come back into this fight, I don't think, because then Red have just got to do nothing for the rest of the game, and that's just not going to be doable, especially if they all go for the Lord. So it's looking really strong for Denial at the moment. I don't think Blue have got much of a chance. They've just sat too far back. not being offensive like they were in the last game. They needed to be offensive. These guys are better when they're offensive. They're not, and they're not a defensive team.
On your screen for the last minute has been Denshi, also known as Steve, who was at like 500 health and just ran around and just ate people, and now he's at full health. I would just like to point that out. For the record, this guy doesn't die very well. He doesn't like it. So Helseth now we're in with him. He's trying to deal with Misha. I think Misha just popped the portal to like leave or something. But you know it's not going to be effective. Helseth chasing down this other Mesmer. He has left and drops the other half of that portal, and we'll get back to mid, where actually Blue's doing a great job. They also secured Quarry. It's just kind of too little, too late, you know.
It really is, and people are saying it in chat. You know, like Denial, they've only got one warrior, you know, and that's like kind of the normal comp in a team.
Yeah.
And they're really showing that, you know what, we're kind of better than the meta. So you know,
I think they have a way to deal with it. Like, it is a thing.
Exactly.
And it's just like superior communication, knowing where you need to be and knowing when to dodge. Like the fact that they can dodge before a stun, like one of those stun chains happens, is really good. Not many people can do that. It's a high level skill that people really need to practice mechanically. And these guys, they play a lot. I don't know if you know this, but like they played like I think it was like not anymore, but at their height of practice, it was like what 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's the sort of dedication you need to be at the top level of Guild Wars 2, man. And look, Vanish is just gonna take out squares right now. They're gonna drop them. Tage coming in for the alley-oop stomp right about now, and there it is. And now Misha's here as well. Vanish is like, okay, I'll eat you as well.
there's no point in clicking in this game, boys and girls. It's pure, just. You know, there's so much in this game which just makes it, like you said, you need to be watching those animations. You need to be, you know, there's tactics on the map, especially with Conquest. It's not just a team deathmatch where it's simple, right? Zergin, kill the team.
Although,
you know, these guys need to think about what they're doing, and Denial thought about it, and they countered them, and they did the job really well. They're 300 points ahead. They've won this game, no worries.
Dude, this game is totally theirs. It's funny that you say you can't treat it like team deathmatch, but Denial has sort of done that while getting the captures. It's like, we'll play 2 games at once, team deathmatch and Conquest. We'll just kill you immediately. It's pretty ridiculous, if I do say so myself. Helseth gonna go get Quarry now. He's just kind of running circles around Milo. I think everyone kind of knows that this game is pretty much over. 128 now to 471 of Denial. It's just a matter of time, and like they almost had a 3 cap just now. And they still might, because Vanish is now here with Helseth, and Mesmer Thief combo is super strong, especially against guards. Like, he's gonna try and do something right now, but you know, Vanish is gonna get that damage off. And where is it? Where is it? Where's the death? There it is. Now Wave of Light's gonna come off inevitably,
but
it doesn't
500
matter.
as well.
Yeah, man.
Nice. Okay. They really. It was a difference towards the end. Jesus, that match. There was a point where they just flipped it completely. You know, they just changed the whole pace of the match, and they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. You know what? It started with Helseth at the beginning.
Yeah.
That initial push, when Squares ran off point and he just got caught off. That really just, you know, it proved to him that they could push that.
That's the funniest thing in the world, by the way. Helseth is going over and it's like, I'm gonna hide that behind these rocks and pretend that you can't see me, and then like accidentally auto attacking. It's just like, oops. Well, I guess I better get on point right now. So there it is. That's gonna be Denial. Moving on to the finals. I'm gonna refresh the bracket and see if the other game is over. And yeah, it's going to be Denial Cheese Mode Finals. Cheese Mode taking it over Warbears. You know, not surprising. I would have loved to see Warbears in the finals, though. But Cheese Mode is a very, very skilled team. So, guys, hang out. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with the finals of ESL Weekly Cup number 7.